In this video, we are going to have a look at how to install the new Microsoft Teams on a Mac machine by using Intune. So if you're someone who works on the Microsoft 365 stack on a day-to-day basis, please do check the videos that I have and also do consider subscribing to the channel. So in order to install the new Teams using Intune, the main portal that we need is the Intune portal, which is intune.microsoft.com. And to set the scene, I have a Mac machine which has been enrolled into Intune, and I have a couple of apps that has been deployed as part of the previous video series. So if I go into the Launchpad, you can see that I have the company portal, which was used to enroll the Mac machine into the Intune platform. And I also have Google Chrome, which was pushed down by using the Intune portal by configuring an application. So let's go back to the Intune portal. To deploy the new Microsoft Teams app, let's go into the apps within the left-hand side. And within the platform, let's just select Mac OS. And it lists the applications that we have done so far. So we have Google Chrome, which has been deployed. So if you select the Google Chrome one, you could see that you will have one installation which is successful, which is on the Mac machine that we are using. So in order to install the new Teams app, let's click on Add first of all, and let's select the app type as a line of business app. And let's select the button that we have. And over here, it is asking for the app package file. So within your machine, especially if you're using a Mac machine, go into the Mac machine and just Google for the Microsoft Teams for Mac, and you will get the link in which you can download the new Teams. So let's just quickly Google that, and let's say new Teams for Mac download. And the first link that comes up, and then there it is, download Microsoft Teams for Mac. So let's click on download new Teams. So the PKG file gets downloaded. I already have it in the system. So let's just go back to the Intune portal and let's select the app package file. Let's browse to my download location where I have downloaded the new Teams app. So I have two of those. So let me just pick the first one. Let's click on open. And it says it's the PKG file Microsoft Teams. The platform is Mac OS. It's about 300 meg in size, and it is not MAM enabled. So let's click on OK. Now it pre-fills some of the information that we have. Let's clean it up a bit. Let's just remove the extensions. Let's give it a gap, Microsoft Teams, make it a bit nice on the eyes. And the publisher is Microsoft. So that's a mandatory field which we have to fill in. Now we can select the minimum operating system that we want to have to install Microsoft Teams, the new Teams that we have. So let's select, let's say 12.0, or let's, 12.0 should be good enough. Now this depends upon the operating systems you have in your organization. So if you have the latest versions and you don't want to have this one installed on any previous versions of Mac, you could go with the latest version that we have, which is 14.0. So I'm sticking with 12.0, so please make the correct choice depending upon what you have. Now ignore app versions. You can click yes, and install as managed is no. Those two options are good enough. Now the trouble with this one is, or the trouble that I had while setting it up in my organization, is that this Apple app bundle ID and the app versions that was pre-filled was giving a bit of a trouble. So although the application was getting installed on the Mac machine, the portal was saying it as a failed installation. So the app was there on the machine, I could use it, but the portal wasn't getting updated correctly. So what I did was I just deleted these detection rules, and I actually went into the newly created Teams installation on a personal Mac that I have, and I just picked up the bundle ID and the app version from there. So let's do the same thing. So let's just delete these ones just to keep it clean in the portal. So what we need is the information from a plist file. So for that, I have a Mac machine over here on which Microsoft Teams is installed, the new version. So let's go into Finder for that. So let's just go into Applications. And here it is, the new Microsoft Teams. So this is not the Mac machine which we are testing on. So this is the actual physical Mac that I have. And this is the Mac which we are testing on, which is a virtual machine. So we don't have the new Teams over here, whereas we have the new Teams on the actual machine that I'm working on. So pick the new Microsoft Teams application from the Finder, right-click on it and click Show Package Contents. Let's go into the contents, and the file that we are looking for is this one, info.plist. So right click that one, open with text edit. So that brings up this particular file with all the options that we have in a XML format, and we are looking for two pieces of information. So let's find those ones from the portal. So let's go back into the Intune portal, and we are looking for the app bundle ID, which is this value CF bundle identifier in the XML file. So let's copy that and let's try and search that over here. That's the one. So it's a key value pair. So the key is CF bundle identifier, and the value that we need is within the string. So the one that we need over here for the Intune portal is the line below that. So let's copy com.microsoft.teams2, and let's stick that value in here. And for the app version, the XML entry is CF bundle short version string. So let's search for that. Let's just get rid of this one, search for that. So that's the one over here. So that's the key, and the string that we have is right below that. Let's just copy that value. Now these values may be different by the time you install the new teams in your organization. So look for the latest value and copy that particular value. So don't follow the same value that we have over here. So it depends on exactly on when you try and install this in your organization. So let's go back and enter the app version over here. So these are the correct detection rules that worked for me while installing the new teams on the Mac machine. So while the install was going through fine on the machine, the Intune portal wasn't happy about it. So let's go with the right values that is working. Let's select a category. It's let's stick with productivity. We don't want to have it as a featured app. We don't need to fill in all this information, although you can if you do want to. So let's click on next. Now here we are going with the scope of this particular application. So whether you want to have it on all the devices or all the users or a specific group. I would recommend a specific group in which you have your Mac machines, possibly a couple of machines that you're testing within your IT department, so that once you are happy with the installation, then you can come back to the same portal over here and then flip it to a different group which has a wider audience, or to all the devices. So I do have a group that has the Mac machine that I have. So let's click on add group, and let me search for managed. So it's called managed Mac devices. There you go. Let's select that one. So that's the group that I am going for. There's no need for a filter mode or a filter. So let me quickly show you that particular group just to make sure that I do have that Mac machine. So let's go into the groups, and you can get to the groups in any portal that you want, whether it is Entra ID or Intune. The information that it brings up is the same. So I have the Mac devices group over here. So let me click on that one. So it's a dynamic group that I have created. So if you go into the dynamic membership rules, wait for the page to load. This is the syntax that we need. So device.device OS type equals Mac MDM. Do note that it is not Mac OS. So if you type in Mac OS, it wouldn't pick it up. And the way you can validate is by using the validate rules, which is the preview feature that we have. So if you click on that one, and if you have a query string that you have constructed over here by saying device OS type equals Mac MDM, you can validate that by adding a device from your tenant. So I have a Mac machine, which is the second one, and I can validate the query against that machine and see whether it checks out. So in this case, it does check out. If I do change the value to Mac OS, which is what we normally go for, and you try and validate, it wouldn't check out, which basically means that the query doesn't bring up the correct membership. So let me go back and change that to fix it. So if you are going for a dynamic group for Mac machines, make sure that the value for the device OS type is Mac MDM. So one more time, it checks out. Let's save it so that it has my single Mac machine that I have in the tenant. So let me go back. So the correct group has been selected, and let's click on next. You get a summary over here as to what we are doing, which is self-explanatory. The minimum operating system is 12.0. We are trying to deploy the Teams by downloading the latest Teams PKG file, and we are making it as a required installation on a group called Managed Mac Devices. Let's click on Create. It creates the application straight away, but it takes a few minutes for the PKG file to be uploaded into the Intune platform. So let's wait for that to happen and come back once it is complete. So the file has been uploaded into the Intune platform. So by looking at the toast notifications, you can see that the Microsoft Teams upload finished. So let's just quickly go back to the apps and refresh it just to get the list updated. So we have the Microsoft Teams, Mac OS line of business app. It's been deployed and it's correctly assigned. So in order to speed up the process for testing the deployment of the new Microsoft Teams on the Mac machine that I have, let's go back to the devices and find the Mac machine that I have. So let's go into the Mac OS, find the machine, click on that one, and let's sync the machine so that Intune kind of forces the settings without waiting for the machine to check in. So if when you click on sync, it says Intune will attempt to check in with this device. If successful, it will sync current actions or policies or apps to the device. Would you like to continue? That is exactly what we want. So let's click on yes. So this is similar to the GP update /force that we are familiar with in the Active Directory world. We're just trying to refresh the machine with the new settings that we have deployed. Similarly, we can do the same thing from the end device. So let's go into the Mac machine that we have. Let's click on the company portal. So let's launch the company portal from the machine. Sign into the company portal, and you get an option to sync the device when which you are triggering the sync into the Intune platform from the end user. So it's the same as the one that we are doing from the cloud platform, but just doing it in reverse over here. So let's just click on the three dots and click on check status. So once this completes, we should have the new application being deployed. Now, as you can see, you have the background item added over here, and it's already been deployed. So you can see it in the bottom dock, Microsoft Teams, and you're getting the permissions whether you want Microsoft Teams to have access to the microphone. Let's click on allow, and you can see the new Microsoft Teams app over here. So that was pretty quick. I didn't have any editing or delay in the recording. So as soon as we deployed, it just came down and it picks up the user that we have on this Mac machine, which is Ross Geller, ross@cloudific.training. So you could log into that one and start using the new Microsoft Teams. Now that we have the application being deployed, let's just close all the toast and let's just minimize the Mac machine that we have. Let's go back into the Intune portal and see whether we have the same installation success being reflected on the portal. So let's go into apps and let's go into Mac OS and let's pick Microsoft Teams. Wait for the information to load. It is still pending, so you can see that it has been picked up, so the installation is pending. This is quite normal, so it might take a while for the Intune platform to pick up that the application has been installed on the machine, so it depends upon how fast the cloud is operating on that particular day or how slow. So depending upon how the cloud behaves on that day, do give it some time and come back and check, and you should have the installation as a success. So there it is. It has already popped up. It says the status as installed pending, but once we have the installation completed and reflected back in the portal, it will say the status as installed. Now let's just wait for that. After about 5 minutes, the Intune portal was refreshed and the installation success was updated. So you have one installation being successful. So if you go into the device install status, you should be able to see that you have that particular status change from install pending to installed, as you can see. And it's the machine that we were working on, and the UPN of the user is ross@cloudific.training. It's the macOS machine, and the app version is also displayed over here. And the same will be displayed in the user install status. So this is a different angle, kind of picking up as to which user has this particular application being deployed. So this is Ross Geller in our case. So this is how we install the new Microsoft Teams on a Mac machine using Intune. If you're someone who works on the Microsoft 365 platform and the extended suite, including Intune and security and compliance, do check out my videos that I have in the channel, and also consider subscribing to the channel so that you're notified straight away when a video goes live. And I do upload videos on a regular basis, pretty much on a daily basis, around Microsoft 365 and the wider stack, which includes Intune. Thank you.